The World of Outlaws World Finals at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Purchase a ticket package by Monday, August 3rd at alldirtroads.com and get a free pit pass. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaws sprint cars, late models, and super dirt car big block modifieds collide.
You're watching the World of Outlaws Late Models, presented by DIRTVision.
Powerful late models on the planet!
The best drivers, the best coverage. DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
After nearly a decade, the World of Outlaws Late Models presented by DIRTVision are back at Wayne County Speedway tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Peyton Williams. We welcome you into Orrville, Ohio, where the Outlaws are ready for night number 2 of this 4-race stretch. But before we dive into some storylines for this evening, let's revisit the action that we saw yesterday. Last night, the Outlaws returned to the Marion Center Raceway in Pennsylvania to finish what they started a couple weeks ago, and it was a dominant performance from the defending series champion Bobby Pierce, who became the first repeat winner of the annual Connor Bobick Memorial.
Dustin Sorensen looking for his first Outlaw win, but he has the two-time defending champion to his outside. Battling for the lead off of corner number 4, Pierce leads lap 1. Dustin Sorensen in second, Hudson O'Neal third. Followed by Jared Miley in that 4th position, Ziegler 5th. It's open for Hudson. Off of corner number 2. He'll pull alongside Sorensen. They're side by side for second. Hudson O'Neal will take the 2nd spot. Can he make it official at the line? He will. Hudson right around the middle. Pierce gets around him. Hudson O'Neal able to close the gap down to 3/10 and now has a run off of turn number 2. O'Neal and Pierce side by side for the race lead. Hudson with a slide job. At 32, Pierce going to cross him over at the line. They're side by side for the lead. Now Pierce going to throw a slider of his own in 1 and 2. Hudson got a good run in the exit of turn number 2 last time. He does again, and back to the lead goes Hudson O'Neal. Off of turn number 4, Pierce back to his inside, slider after slider. Sorensen and Troutman side by side for the 3rd position. And Drake Troutman to 3rd. Down the front straightaway, here comes the simple man, Drake Troutman on the move. Trouble Miley off the racetrack. Ziegler makes contact with him. Hoffman had nowhere to go. He pitched the car sideways, made contact with Dennis Erb Jr., and trouble for Nick Hoffman. Hudson O'Neal picked the bottom. Does it pay dividends? Off of corner number 2, Troutman with a run to the outside, and here comes Drake Troutman. Hudson O'Neal sends it into turn number 3. He's got it, but Troutman with a crossover down the front straightaway. Drake Troutman. Hudson O'Neal to the inside of Troutman for the second spot off of corner number 4. Troutman with a crossover down the front straightaway. He will not be denied. Drake Troutman has the second position. Hudson O'Neal in third. Fourth continues to be Sorensen and Max Blair in fifth, but now Hudson with a bigger run into turn number 3. And Hudson O'Neal to the second spot. Pierce blocks the slider line. The Barrett's Performance, 1 to go. The Connor Bobick Memorial, 30 grand on the line. Pierce right around the bottom. Hudson O'Neal, one last charge. Gets a big run down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Pierce protects. No slider from Hudson. Off of corner number 4. Back-to-back Connor Bobick Memorial winner. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce.
Implications from racing at the Marion Center Raceway last night, specifically for Bobby Pierce and Nick Hoffman, could prove to be vital by the time we get to World Finals at America's Home for Racing, the dirt track at Charlotte in November. We've talked about those two all season long. They continue to be neck and neck at the top of the point standings, but specifically for Bobby Pierce, he's already bagged over $100,000 in the last calendar week. Of course, reclaimed sole possession of the lead of the World of Outlaws point standings, and now sits atop the Coltman Farms Racing Cup point standings as well. So after a very vital night last night, let's see how the points have shaken up. First, for the overall season for the Outlaws, the defending series champion Bobby Pierce back at the top, and just 17 points behind him is Nick Hoffman, and then you see that steep drop-off. Tim McCready, who won at Selinsgrove a couple of weeks ago, there in third. Drake Troutman, winless in 2026, but consistent after winning the Rookie of the Year honors last year. And then there in a tie for fifth, Tyler Erb and Ryan Gustin round out that top 5, as I said. You see a few more drivers there that round out the top 10, but let's move into the point standings for the Coltman Farms Racing Cup. 4 nights complete in that selective challenge. We had the first 3 nights at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, and then, of course, the Bobick Memorial last night. And again, it's a 17-point lead for Bobby Pierce. This time it's over the Reaper Ryan Gustin, though, who has that highlight win at the Dairyland Showdown, just 17 points back. Just behind Gustin is Nick Hoffman in third and Drake Troutman in fourth. And again, we see Tyler Erb rounding out the top 5. Down at the top, or down towards the bottom of the top 10, however, a couple of Rookie of the Year contenders in Dalton Wilson and Trey Mills, continuing to run well when Coltman Farms Racing Cup points are up. And as we move into other things to watch tonight, the duo of Ty Tworg and Nick Hoffman have turned heads in the dirt late model world with their results to this point in 2026, and that success has brought them to a very special night here at Wayne County this evening. Now, last year for the finale of the 2025 Hell Tour, Nick Hoffman brought that Ty Tworg number 9 to Wayne County. He won that race, and it didn't take very long after that for Ty Tworg to reach out to World of Outlaws Series Director Steve Francis in an effort to get the Outlaws back to Orrville here in 2026. And after some conversations, both parties agreed that it was time for the Outlaws to return. And although that Nick Hoffman and Ty Tworg have had their fair share of success, I should say, at the early stages of this season, it truly is a dream come true to see the Outlaws return to Wayne County.
This all started back in November. I started talking. Jason's a really good friend of mine, Jason Flory. We've been best friends for a long time, and we just talked about it, and he's like, hey, can we get the Outlaws here? So that was our big deal, to try to get some cars here. 12,000 a win. Obviously, we're at 48 cars right now, so that's 6 heats for Thursday night, so I'm pretty pumped up about that,
Yeah, going back to last year at the Hell Tour race, he was pretty adamant of trying to get an Outlaw race for the following year, which would be today. And the Hell Tour race has always had a pretty good turnout between fans in the stands and cars and stuff. So they kind of wanted to co-promote the Hell Tour together, and was able to do that and have some success. So to bring the Outlaws back here was kind of a big goal of his, and something he's been, super pumped up about all year. He's talked about it since it got released. To me, every single time we talk on the phone, he's revved up about this. And for me, trying to get some modified guys, trying to get some of my customers over here, because they're paying $2,000 to win on the modified side too. So for us, it's just another stop, a new stop for us, and somewhere that I actually have some laps, and I feel like could help us out tonight.
I'm very, very take a lot of pride in bringing this race with my best friend Jason here. Obviously, I got help, you know, with Dusty and her mom. Donna, they're very good. They were promoters at Portsmouth Raceway Park. They gave me some pointers and stuff. So there's a million people to thank, you know, sponsors. I've had a lot of good sponsors that come on. Lonewolf came on, Whitney Game River came on for the modified. So I'm very blessed on what we did here.
To promote an event like this, which is massive, you know, to have the World of Outlaws come here is really cool and takes a ton of work. So I know what he has put in to make this deal happen. And hopefully, you know, we can just put on a pretty good show for him. And I know he's obviously biased. He wants to see his car win the race, but I think at the end of the day, as long as he has a good show tonight, he'll be pretty happy.
And I could hear it in Ty Twerk's voice earlier today. He is so amped up to see the grandstands packed, to see the parking lot full, and to see the Outlaws back here in Orrville this evening. I know last night was frustrating for Nick Hoffman. It was the first time this season that he failed to finish inside the top 10. So that begs the question, what better time, and maybe even more importantly, what better place for the Ty Twerk number 9 to return to Outlaws victory lane? Now, we said it at the top of the show, it's been nearly 10 years since the Outlaws have been here, and it's not just the return of the Outlaws, that also marks the return of the 5-time World of Outlaws champion, Brandon Sheppard. And you go all the way back to 2019, the last time the Outlaws were here. Let's actually start a 3-year run, beginning back in 2017, actually a decade ago. Brandon Sheppard has won the last 3 trips to Wayne County Speedway here with the World of Outlaws and is looking to make it 4 in a row here tonight. He told me earlier today that this was actually a very special place for him because this is where his first race was driving for Mark Richards. So a lot of sentiment here for Ty Twerk and Nick Hoffman, but also a lot of sentiment here as well for Brandon Sheppard. So B. Shep will look to return to victory lane with the Outlaws for the 3rd time this year, and he wants to do it for the 4th race in a row here in Orrville tonight.
It's going to be different. The track's a little bit different than it was back then. I think back then the top and 3 and 4 was a lot more flat than what it is now. So I think we'll see some racing up high all the way around the track instead of just high in 1 and 2 like it kind of was back then. And kind of seems like a little bit of everybody from both series are here, you know, getting ready for the big race that's coming up at Mansfield tomorrow. So everybody's coming out and participating, I guess you would say. So, yeah, I'm excited to be back. I haven't been back since I think the last one we won here was 2019. And, you know, this track's, it's really interesting. It's probably going to be super dusty, and you kind of, one of them deals, you know what you got when you get here. But the track usually races pretty good. So whenever this race was put on the schedule at Mansfield and even here, we automatically put it down. So come this time of the year, you might as well just plan on your schedule being booked out for the rest of the year, because especially when you're running good, you don't want to take any days off. You just want to keep plugging away and try to get as many wins as you can and just do the best you can. So super excited to be back here and excited to get this next couple months going. There's a lot of money on the line, like you said, and yeah, we're excited about it.
For Brandon Sheppard to come back here, potentially win his 4th race in a row with the Outlaws at Wayne County. And you heard him say it just a second ago. He knows that this surface, this racetrack, is going to be so much different than what he saw back in 2019. But a stout field of cars here tonight. $12,000 up for grabs after 40 laps around Wayne County Speedway tonight. And it's a beautiful night to go racing. 69 degrees and sunny skies here in Orrville, Ohio this evening. Nearly 50 late models in the pit area. They're being accompanied tonight by the Dirt Car UMP Modified. So let's quickly run through our order of events. We'll get things started here momentarily with hot laps for the Outlaws before we see a hot lap and qualifying group session for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. The late models return to the track for 2-lap, 2-car qualifying before opening ceremonies. And then we'll have 4 8-lap heat races for the late models tonight, followed by heats for the Modifieds. We'll talk to our top 2 finishers in each heat during the World of Outlaws late model redraw before a 10-lap last chance showdown. We'll also see an LCS for the Modifieds before our 2 features this evening. 40 laps, $12,000 to win in the main event here tonight at Wayne County Speedway for the Outlaws before the final race of the night belongs to the Dirt Car UMP Modified drivers. But once again, I'm Peyton Williams as we send things to the booth at this time to the voice of the World of Outlaws late models, Ruben Morales. Ruben, another exciting day. We're staying busy. I'm excited to be here. I know that these fans have waited a long time to see the Outlaws return to Wayne County, your first visit to Wayne County Speedway. So a lot of memories in store to be made here tonight and a lot of great racing that we'll see as the sun begins to set at Wayne County.
Yeah, good evening to you, Peyton. Super excited. I was supposed to be here in 2022 with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals and unfortunately got rained out, but hey, it all worked out. We're here a couple years later with the World of Outlaws late models. After a 7-year absence, the Outlaw finally back here to Wayne County, and we're excited for the Lone Wolf 40 presented by Lone Wolf Petroleum. Thank you to Lone Wolf Petroleum so much for stepping up huge this weekend. Tonight, I should say, for presenting this event. They haul off spec petroleum products, gas, diesel, jet fuel, heating oil, much, much more. We'll talk about them throughout the night, but also so much money tonight. I mean, how about 45 entries for a Thursday night here at Wayne County Speedway? What, over $12,000 of B main money, which we'll talk about. Just $500 fast time. Ty Torg has done a great job. Ty Torg knows what it costs, what it takes to run a national late model team. And he knows the expenses behind it. So he wanted to give back and promote it. And how about this? 45 entries at Wayne County. It doesn't get better than that. A stacked field. And of course, we get ready for hot laps here at Wayne County Speedway. Track record, by the way, 16.316, set by Nick Hoffman on July 14th of 2024. There's Brayton Santee in the number 9S. He hails from Conneaut, Ohio. Good to have Santee with us. 9 World of Outlaw feature starts. Best finish 18th at Erie Speedway back in 2017 with the Outlaws. That is Brayton Santee. Also on the Speedway, joining us all weekend long, Brock Pinkerus out of Allenville, New York. Pinkerus, 2 World of Outlaw feature starts, best finish 19th last year at Sharon Speedway. For the 16-year-old first-generation driver, now in his 2nd full year behind the wheel of a super late model. Mike Marlar joins us, the 2018 World of Outlaws champion, looking for his 20th World of Outlaws victory here tonight in that Delk equipment number 157. Also on the Speedway, our current MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Dalton Wilson, going to make his 60th World of Outlaws feature start tonight. Dalton Wilson, a pair of second-place finishes this season. East Alabama Motor Speedway back in March and Bedford a couple nights ago. Won the Dirt Car Summer Nationals race here last year and currently 2nd in the World of Outlaws point standings. Lost the point lead to Bobby Pierce overnight. That is the first time Hoffman didn't finish in the top 10 with the World of Outlaws in 30 races. He had 30 top 10s in a row. That streak ruined last night. 13th for Nick Hoffman, trailing Pierce by 17 points in the World of Outlaws point standings. Mason Ziegler, winner at the Bedford Speedway, got his 2nd career World of Outlaws feature win. Mason Ziegler will make his 86th Outlaw start tonight. Last year's ULMS champion and Fall Clash champion. The 217 joining us from Cortland, Ohio, Eric Wilson in his 7th year behind the wheel of a super late model. 3 World of Outlaw feature starts for Wilson. Best finish 20th at Sharon Speedway back in 2023. He's in the 217 car tonight. That car owned by Howard Fraley. He'll be back to the 27W for the rest of the weekend at Mansfield. Also on the Speedway in the number 14, that is going to be J.R. Gentry out of Wooster, Ohio, right down the road in his 28th year behind the wheel of a super late model. The multi-time Wayne County Speedway track champion. 4 World of Outlaw feature starts for him. Best finish 15th at Wayne County back in 2017. Down the back straightaway, the number 59, Larry Bellman. Almost didn't make it tonight. Larry Bellman, the head coach, head baseball coach for the Northwestern High School baseball team. Last night they made the district finals. Unfortunately did not advance, or else they would have been playing tonight. But hey, good to have Larry Bellman here with us. 1 World of Outlaws feature start back in 2019. 14th year at Wayne County for the 2023 Hilltop Track champion. Ran motocross for 19 years. Good to have Bellman here. Bellman, very interesting story. He actually coaches a lot of the Major League Baseball players in the league right now. Coached the Junior West Olympics out in the West Coast and knows a lot of Major League Baseball players. Talking to him about that earlier. Pretty cool stuff. Larry Bellman looking for a grand slam tonight and try to get into the show and potentially win a World of Outlaws feature. Hot lap session number 1 coming to the Gorsuch Performance green flag. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out here in hot lap session number 1. Nick Hoffman right now at top of the charts, 16.773. He does have the track record here, as I mentioned, 16.316, just 4/10 off of that right now in the first hot lap session. Nick Hoffman atop of the charts at the end of hot lap session number 1, 16.773. By the way, Mike Marlar did not have the Dirt King Simulators sticker last night, so therefore tonight, $200 for the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap. If you ever visit a World of Outlaws Late Model Series event, head on down to Vendor Row and visit Dirt King Simulators and grab your official merchandise of Dirt King Simulators, Drake Troutman, but most importantly, get on the simulator and see if you get the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap. There's Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. 4-time World of Outlaws feature winner. Congratulations to him and his significant other, announcing today they're going to have a baby boy. It's Tyler Erb, winner with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals here in his championship campaign back in 2024. One of his 11 Hell Tour victories that summer came right here at Wayne County Speedway. Got his season best last night, Dustin Sorensen, and that Altenburg Construction number 19, 4th. Now 2 of his last 3 top 10s for Dustin Sorensen in the 19, trying to carry that momentum into tonight. The number 81, that is going to be Matthew B, but of course known by Matt Aber out of Wooster, Ohio, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start in the K&B Properties, number 81. Also on the Speedway, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of St. Augustine, Florida, the Mills Concrete, number 14. That is Trey Mills. Trey Mills currently 11th in the World of Outlaw point standings. He was tied for 10th with Dennis Erb Jr. yesterday. Dennis got him, now trails Dennis by 12 points for 10th in the World of Outlaws point standings. In the number 96F, that's Justin Chance. Justin Chance, normally not 96, running the number as a tribute to Bill Sweevil from Mansfield, longtime car owner and supporter of dirt late model racing. Justin Chance out of Lexington, Ohio, in the Hess Industries, number 96, in his 26th year behind the wheel of a super late model, and the 2016 Wayne County Speedway Crate late model track champion, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start here tonight. There's John Lee out of Somerville, Pennsylvania. Leadfoot, 5 Outlaw feature starts. Best finished 5th at Marion Center back in 2022. In the number 19, that is going to be Cody Scott out of Ontario, Ohio. 2 World of Outlaw feature starts for Scott. Best finished 12th back in 2017 here at Wayne County in that Kryptonite number 19. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway as we get ready for this next hot lap session. And actually, Ryan Markham on the Speedway out of Ashland, Ohio. Markham, 10 Outlaw starts, best finish 6th at Wayne County. This is hot lap session number 2. Hot lap session number 2 underway. The number 14, Corey Comley, also on the Speedway to Wellsburg, West Virginia. 30th year behind the wheel of a super late model. 15 Outlaw starts, best finish 8th at Tyler County back in 2014. Tyler Erb to the top of the charts here, 16.540. Now 16.499. We are just over a 10th away from hitting that track record at 16.499 right now for Tyler Erb. Dustin Sorensen 2nd quick, Trey Mills 3rd, Nick Hoffman 4th, and Corey Conley in the top 5. Remind you of the track record, 16.316, set by Nick Hoffman back on July 14th, 2024. Logan Zarin, next car out out of Hookstown, Pennsylvania, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender. He'll make his 30th World of Outlaw start tonight. Also on the Speedway, you'll find the number 44, Dave Hess out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. Hess, 2-time World of Outlaws feature winner, State Line, and right here at Wayne County, Dave Hess topping the Outlaws back in 2013. Dave Hess will look for his 3rd World of Outlaws victory here tonight. Also on the Speedway, welcome back Brandon Sheppard. He will look for career win number 90 with the Outlaws, the all-time winningest driver at 89 wins, all-time champion with 5. Brandon Sheppard looking for 4 in a row. He won here in 17, 18, and 19, and we haven't been back since. Sheppard looking for 4 in a row here at Wayne County. The number 1 star, Kyle Moore out of Mansfield, Ohio. Moore has won World of Outlaws feature start, 18th at Wayne County in 2018. He won the Dirt Car Summer Nationals feature here back in 2023. MT3 Rookie of the Year contender Eli Johnson also on the Speedway in the number 55E, along with the number 24X Jason Skelly out of West Salem, Ohio, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start here tonight. And the number 21 Wes Morrison out of Delton, Ohio, also trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start. And the number 7 of Nick Cox out of Mansfield, also trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start. Those 3 drivers looking to make their first feature start. The 20 TC of Tristan Chamberlain, congratulations to that young man. He got his season best last night, a 7th, his second top 10 of the season. Tristan Chamberlain getting better and better night in and night out. That team clicking all the right buttons right now as they continue to get better. That just a little bit of luck needs to go on their side. He's been really getting in those redraws, doing good in the heat races, avoiding the last chance showdowns, running good in the feature, and then something happens. So hopefully that luck turns around for Chamberlain and they get something rolling here and get that first World of Outlaws feature win. Checkered flag is out, no change atop of the charts. Tyler Erb still leading it at a 16.499. Brandon Sheppard is second quick at a 16.607. Dustin Sorensen third, Tristan Chamberlain fourth quick, and Trey Mills fifth quick. Next group led out by the number 74X Ethan Dotson out of Bakersfield, California, aboard the ASD Motorsports 74X entry. Now in his 4th year behind the wheel of a super late model, Dotson currently has 6 of the last 8 in the top 10 and 8th in the standings, only 8 points back of 7th. Also on the Speedway, Ricky Thornton Jr. out of Indianola, Iowa, 5-time World of Outlaws feature winner in that Kohler Motorsports number 20 RT. Good to have RTJ with us here for the rest of the weekend. Also on the Speedway, you'll find the number 19R Ryan Gustin back to the Infinity tonight in that Cooney Motorsports number 19R. Ryan Gustin currently 6th in the World of Outlaws point standings, but tied for 5th with Tyler Erb. Rod Conley out of Wheelersburg, Ohio on the Speedway, celebrating his 25th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Hot Rod won with the Outlaws back in 2008 at Atomic Speedway in his 22 World of Outlaw feature starts for the multi-time Atomic Speedway track champion. In the number 9, Tim McCready out of Watertown, New York, the Dave Warren Power Sports number 9, currently 3rd in the World of Outlaws point standings, now has Drake Troutman right behind him by 7 points. Had 23-point gap between him and Troutman yesterday. Troutman really closing the gap in that 22 star for 3rd in the World of Outlaws point standings. The 2022 Series champion, Dennis Erb Jr. out of Carpentersville, Illinois, looking for his 16th World of Outlaws feature win here tonight. Also on the Speedway, fresh off his 51st World of Outlaws victory, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, now your new World of Outlaws point leader in the 32. Bobby Pierce, of course, 24 straight top 10s, leads the points by 17. Also on the Speedway, the number 57, Caden Black. Caden Black, 20-year-old second-generation driver, now in his 5th year behind the wheel of a super late model, has 1 World of Outlaws feature start, came at Atomic back in 2024, finished 25th. In the number 79, from Wooster, Ohio, Doug Drown, the 2-time Wayne County Speedway track champion and 2-time Attica Raceway Park track champion, 29 World of Outlaw feature starts, best finished 5th here at Wayne County in 2019. Those are all the drivers around the Speedway here for this next Hot Lap session. Fans on the big screen as we get ready for this next Hot Lap session. Lap session. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out here in this Hot Lap session. Ethan Dotson goes 9th quick. Ricky Thornton Jr. to the top of the charts early. Here in the 20RT, McCready goes second quick. Tyler Erb third, Ryan Gustin fourth, Brandon Shepard in fifth. Caden Black lays down a good one. He's second quick right now in that 57. The young 20-year-old. Ryan Gustin back to the infinity tonight, fifth quick right now. Tyler Erb fourth, McCready third, Caden Black second. But Ricky Thornton Jr. now with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. And there you see Anthony Burrows, his crew chief, wrenching the wrenches on the Kohler Motorsports entry as Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to the top of the chart. 16.191, faster than the track record and 0.3 faster than everybody else right now. In between our hot laps and Mark Martin Automotive qualifying, we do have the Dirt Car UMP modified hot lap qualifying, so that may slow the track down, but wow, already faster than the track record, Ricky Thornton Jr., but what's shockingly most impressive about that, he's 0.3 faster than the field right now. Now, yes, it is hot laps, but still, something to keep your eye on. Ricky Thornton Jr. with some speed. There's Kristen Uhler. She hails out of Creston, Ohio. Kristen, trying to make her first World of Outlaws feature start tonight, was last year's Ohio Valley Late Model Series Rookie of the Year, 6th in the points for her. There's Devin Moran in the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio. Good to have Devin Moran with us, the mailman. 14 World of Outlaw feature wins for Devin Moran. The 22-star Drake Troutman in Heinemann, Pennsylvania. What a role he's been on as of late, trying to get McCready for third in the standings. Troutman, 9 of his last 10 top 10s. 2 of those second places for Drake Troutman. Brett Larson also on the Speedway in the number B1, and of course congratulations to Lakia and Devin. We congratulated them. We were at Smoky Mountain when they welcomed their sunshine there. As Brent Larson was on the Speedway in the number B1. Brent Larson 13th in the World of Outlaws points standings. And also on the Speedway, the number 50, Ryan Missler out of Bellevue, Ohio. The Missile, one World of Outlaws feature start. That was at Sharon, 18th back in 2021 for the 5-time Attica Raceway late model track champion. Also on the Speedway, Ryan Montgomery in the number 12 out of Fairmont, West Virginia. 10 World of Outlaw feature starts for Montgomery. Best finish 15th at Bloomsburg Fair Raceway back in 2022. Came close last night, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neill out of Martinsville, Indiana. That K&L Rumley Enterprise, number 6, the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion and World 100 champion, trying to make his 60th World of Outlaws feature start tonight and get his 6th World of Outlaws victory. The 15-year-old first-generation driver, the number 31, Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start here tonight, making his World of Outlaws debut. Race Gardner out of Massillon, Ohio in the 12R, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start as well. Finished 6th in Wayne County points in his first season. The 4th-generation driver, and his great-grandpa raced here back in 1938. 4th-generation driver racing runs deep in that family. And there's River, Hudson O'Neill's furry friend there. Love River, love dogs. And River enjoying the sunshine as the number 6 of Hudson O'Neill came close last night. What a race that was last night. If you have not seen the highlights, go to DIRTVision, go to the Volt, check out the rapid replay. What a race last night. Trouble early for the 31, Lincoln Smith, the 15-year-old first-generation driver. This is his second year behind the wheel of a super late model now. I say second year, but really they haven't run that much this year. Wayne County, they've been rained out 8 times this year. This is the first time they run in 2026. And Lincoln Smith really hasn't done much this year, but commencing his second year. There's Savannah Moran. Good to see Savannah in the house here tonight. So the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out for Lincoln Smith. And getting ready for this final hot lap session with the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gorsuch Performance green flag is out. Moran is 14th quick. Devin Moran hoping for a better result with the Outlaws. Last time he was here, the defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. Not a good weekend at Farmer City, trying to turn things around here tonight and get his 15th Outlaw feature win. He goes 7th quick overall, but Ricky Thornton Jr. with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap here this evening in the 20 RT at a 16.191, quicker than the track record. Now, he was the only driver quicker than the track record and 0.3 faster than the field. Ricky Thornton Jr. will try to translate that going into Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. If he had the Dirt King Simulator sticker here this evening, gets $200. Unfortunately, RTJ did not have it, so tomorrow at Mansfield Speedway, it'll be $300 for hot laps. Just like that, that's going to conclude our hot laps. We get ready for the Dirt Car UMP Modified hot lap qualifying. I'll turn things over. Joining us on the broadcast and in the booth up here, the voice of Wayne County Speedway, Mr. Mike Swanger. Mike, good evening to you, my friend.
Good evening, and once we get started here at Wayne County Speedway, 8 rainouts and finally a big show to kick off our season opener here at Wayne County Speedway. Tonight it's the Whitley Game and Rayburn 20 for the modifieds, $2,000 to the winner of the 20-lap feature. Coming up on the modifieds, it's $500 for the fast time, sponsored by McKenzie Concrete. Nate Young, first out of Painesville in the number 42, McAllister Concrete, CNS Engineering, and Bentley Excavating, number 42. Then it's the 101 of Jesse Weiscarver out of Zanesville, McHugh Dodge, RML Contractors, and Quinn Trucking sponsors on the 101. And the 77 of Nick Lards out of Millersburg in the Willowbrook Trucking, number 77. Track record 17.838 for the UMP Modifieds. Brad Goff, July 14th, set that record. They're coming up on here then. Nate Young with a time of 19.901, his best lap of the two. Nick Large with a time of 21.918. And the 101 of Jesse Weiscarver did not trip, so we're figuring out his time. Girls going through the grandstands with our 50-50 right here behind the flag stand, so watch the girls selling the 50-50. DJ Miller and the one DJ out of Worcester in the DJ Directional Services sponsored car. Jimmy Humphrey out of Loudonville in the number 60 Mohegan. Mohegan Adventures, Dye Plumbing, and Humphrey Excavating. And Jimmy Dean Chicks sponsors on the number 60. Mike Wilson also out there in the number 17. Wilson Monuments, Elite Trophy Outfitters, and Napa of Ashland out of Louisville, Kentucky as the number 17. .26.11 for the 17 as he slowed down coming out of turn 4. Having a slight problem with the transponders on the modifieds. Next driver out, Dewey Powell out of North Lawrence in the Becker Corporation. DFC carburetors and Thirsty Cowboy number 21. Tristan Bickford in the number 75 out of Caldwell in the Zimba Companies. Adam Brothers Concrete and Dunning Corporation. And I believe it's J.P. Roberts in the number 9 out of Gallipolis with the Smith Chevy Graphics Creations sponsored. Don't forget the contestant stand is wide open down behind turn 4. Also the beer shack behind the grandstands just to the left of the tower. back to qualifying for the UMP Modifieds. Tristan Bickford, a time of 18.748. His first lap time. Dewey Powell in the 21, a time of 21.410. 21.410 for the 21 of Dwayne Powell. Second lap time, 18.686 for Tristan Bickford in the 75. And Dewey Powell a little bit quicker, 21.279. 21.279. DJ's Miller in the 1 DJ coming back out. And the 76, that will be Derek Hubbard. Hubbard out of Fredericksburg in the Fast Tracks Lawn Care, and Buckeye Auto Sales, number 76. Dalton Lane in the number 14 out of Bodkins. Hawk Farms Drainage, Victory Machine Fab, and Blue Collar Apparel on the number 14. Jaden Ritchie out of Guysville in the 77J. Octane Race Products sponsors on that one. Down lane, a time of 18.547, 18.547. And DJ Miller, a time of 20.518, 20.518. Derek Hubbard's time, a 19.862, 19.862 for Hubbard in the 76 DJ. Down lane, second lap time 18.547. And DJ Miller, second time 20.050. And Drain Powell, 21.279. Dalton Lane with your fast time so far, 18.547. Vinny DePizzo out of Liberty in the number 1. Eastwood Mall, Austintown Lock and Key, and Jeffrey Cristo Catering sponsors on that number 1. Ryan Roby in the number 69, Ryan out of Martins Ferry. Roby's Auto Detailing, H&H Farms, and RS Lawn Care sponsors on the number 69. Jesse Griffiths in the 22. Jesse out of West Salem in the Griffiths Construction, Pizza Hut, and K&K Myers Landscaping. Jared Clay out of Lima in the other number 17. Elevation Construction and TJ Hunt Trucking sponsors on the 17. Jesse Griffiths, time of 20.388, 20.388 for the 22G. Make that Jason Brennan in the number 11. Brenner with a time of 18.737. Jared Clay in the 17J, 19.339. Brennan second lap, 18.675. Ryan Roby with a time of 19.164. 19.164 for Ryan Roby. Jared Clay with a time of 19.263. And Jesse Griffith's time of 20.388. The RV1 rolling out. That's Travis Dixon out of Bidwell. Eddie Chiropractic Clinic and Tri-County Pest Control sponsors on that one. Kevin Davis in the number 12 out of Plainfield, the CJC Farm Service and Freiburg Roll-Offs sponsors. Braden McCready out there in the number 13. McCready Transport and Wilson Family Farm sponsors on the 13. Travis Dixon, 18.672. 18.672. Brandon McCready in the 13, 18.816. And took Wiles in the 187. Wiles with a time of 20.069 out of Jeromesville. Rolling out from the infield, the number 18 out of Mansfield, Michael Amick. Amick in the Halls Auto Sales, Tyler Thompson, Northwest Mutual, and also the 5X. 5X is Jerry Bowersock out of Wapakoneta, Lifetime Lumber and Water Equipment Works on the 5X. The 21D is Kyle Moore out of Mansfield. Joel Watson in the 92, 19.597, 19.597. Kyle Moore, 18.126, 18.126 for the 21D. Michael Amick, a time of 19.222. And Jerry Bowersock, 18.561. Ron Miller, a time of 20.375. So Kyle Moore, right now your fast qualifier, 18.126. Downton Lane, second fastest, 18.547. Ron Hamlin in the 16 out of Strasburg in the Willowdale Golf Carts, number 16. Flying Ryan Markham in the number 5, the 5-star. Tri-Valley Equipment, Salts Ford, and Ocala Restaurant Supplies, sponsors on the number 5. Mike Fogan out there in the white number 9. His first lap time, 19.664 for the number 9 of Fogan. Oh, trouble here on the front straightaway. Ron Hamlin in the number 16 getting out of shape coming out of turn 4. Ron, first time in a modified, last few years have ran a 305 sprint car. There's your DIRTVision replay as he got wiggled and waggled all out of shape and fortunately stayed out of the guardrail. So the track goes back to green. Return to qualifying for this group of UMP modifieds. Markham 19, make that 18.901. DePizzo with a time of 18.474 for the orange number 1 of Vinny DePizzo. Mike Fogan, the number 9, 19.533. J.P. Roberts in the 9R out of Gallipolis, Smith Chevy and Graphic Creations. Jason King in the 89, Jason out of Mount Vernon in the THR Creekside Home Inspections and Regan's Renovations, and Derek Ferranti, Remax Realtor. Chaz Dawson in the 42JR, 20.475. J.P. Roberts, 18.261 in the 9R. Jason King, 18.786. And Jeremy Rayburn, 18.287 in the 12R. Dawson's second lap, 20.022. Roberts, 18.188. Jason King, second lap time, 18.786. And Jeremy Rayburn in the 12R, 18.287. So still Kyle Moore at the top of the heat for qualifying, 18.126. Connor Blair rolling out in the 309. Connor out of Coshocton. Wilbrook Trucking and Klein Land Management. And he's the grandpa. His grandpa is Stormin Norman Ehrenholt. .604 first lap time for Connor. Tom Seidel in the 25S, 20.290. 20.290 for Tom Seidel in the 25S. .640 is best time for Connor, and Seidel, his best lap is 20.290, his second attempt. So Kyle Moore will be your quick qualifier, picking up the McKinsey Concrete $500 quick time for the modifieds here at Wayne County Speedway. So we're ready to go back with the World of Outlaws late models, and they're qualifying.
Thank you very much, Mike, as we get ready for Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. 45 entries here this evening, 23 cars in Group A, 22 cars in Group B. Legendary racer Mark Martin brought his winning spirit home, founding Mark Martin Automotive in Batesville and Ashflat, Arkansas. Ford, Chevy, GMC, the best selection in North Central Arkansas. Come see why they're driven to serve. Visit www.markmartinautomotive.com. Thanks to Mark Martin Automotive for providing us with this season's merch tow rig. Gives us a great opportunity to remind you to go and visit Joe down there and grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws. And if you can't tonight, don't worry. Buy World of Outlaws apparel, souvenirs, and memorabilia anytime. Visit the greatest store on dirt.com. Shop for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and a large variety of merchandise for fans of all ages. The greatest store on dirt.com. Group A will set the lineup for heats 1 and 2. Group B will set the lineup for heats 3 and 4. Top 4 start in the front row of their designated heat races here this evening. Ricky Thornton Jr. turned a 16.191 in hot laps. That is quicker than the track record. Track record set by Nick Hoffman on July 14th, 2024 at a 16.316. We will see if we can top that here in Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Getting ready to commence, Mike Marler going to kick us off out of Winfield, Tennessee. And at Dalk Equipment, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Legenfelder Mechanical Contractors, Petrov Towing, Can-Am Auto Salvage, Race Ranch, VP Racing Fuels, Midwest Sheet Metal, Longhorn, Vic Hill, number 157, Mike Marler. In the number 9 at Conneaut, Ohio, the Metalloid, One Performance Products, Coonley Brothers Trucking, Spacito Insurance Agency, Wayne Insurance Group, Basil Race Fuels, Sunoco, Nolan Bags, Advanced Sleeve, JE Pistons, Pack Racing Springs, Infinity Rhine, number 9, Brayton Santee. We'll go 2 cars at a time here. Mike Marler ready to clock in at lap number 1. Marler tags the wall here in 3 and 4, and Mikey will come around for lap number 1, and he will clock in 17 at 390. Santee going to go second quick at a 17.737. Mike Marlar will cross the line and go faster on lap number 2. 16.481, just 1/10 off the track record. Santee faster, 17.394. So Mike Marlar going to kick us off in Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Group A, 16.481 for Mike Marlar, just about over a 10th off the track record. We'll see if we can do it. Up next, your track record holder out of Mooresville, North Carolina. The Tide, Toric, Noss Energy Drink, C&W Trucking, Lonewolf Petroleum, Holdren Construction, Remtech Industries, Petrov Towing, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Tide, Torque Performance Parts. Number 9, Nick Hoffman. Out of Ellenville, New York, the Shackleton, Napa, and Auto Truck Parts, Northeast Paving and Seal Coat, Russ King Racing, Integra, Wabam, Pinklings, BDK Construction, Asilo Raceware, SRI Performance, Rocky Clements, number 555, Brock Pinkerus. Opening lap here for Nick Hoffman in the Tide Toric number 9. Oh boy, off of 4 he was wide. Nick Hoffman to the top of the chart, 16.271 and a new track record here at Wayne County. Pinkerus will cross the line, third quick at a 17.042, 17.042 for Brock Pinkerus in the 555. So Nick Hoffman with the new track record as he goes even faster, 16.012. Pinkerus will cross the line faster as well. He'll go third quick at a 16.946. Broke his own track record. We'll see if anyone else can top him, as it's Nick Hoffman, Mike Marlar, Pinkerus, and Santee after 4. Up next, Mason Ziegler out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania. The Huranic Corporation, Green Lane Fuel Savings, RBS Truck Collision and Trailer Sales, Walmsley Enterprises, OVR, Dyer's Top Rods, Deep Creek Docks, Fox Shocks, VP Racing Fuels, Rocket Clements, number 25Z, and the number 14, that is going to be J.R. Gentry. Out of Wooster, Ohio, and the Gentry Dumpster Service, El Campesino Mexican Restaurant, Holmes Pest Control, Brand Butcher, House and Hair, Rocket, Melly Cut Power, number 14, J.R. Gentry. Mason Ziegler, winner at Bedford Speedway in the 25Z. Mason Ziegler will come around for lap number 1, and he'll go third quick, 16.715. Here comes Gentry, he'll go fifth quick, 17.067. for the 14. Mason Ziegler moves up faster on lap number 2, second quick at a 16.432. Gentry in the 14 will cross the line. He will go faster, fourth quick at a 16.883. So Gentry fourth quick, Mason Ziegler second. It's still Hoffman, Ziegler, Marlar, and Gentry the top 4. Hoffman with the time to beat with a new track record at a 16.012. Up next, your current MT3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Big Frog Motorsports, Big Frog Transportation, Viper Risk Management, King Risk Partners, Base Racing Fuel, Ocala Restaurant and Supply, New Point Lighting and Design, Innovative Community Solutions, and B&L Construction, number 58V, Dalton Wilson. The number 217, Eric Wilson, having trouble getting going here. That's going to bring out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution. Dalton Wilson was getting ready to clock in as he worked off of turn number 4, and Eric Wilson was off the pace. Now both drivers going to get it wound up here. Eric Wilson joins us in the 217 at Cortland, Ohio, tonight driving the Howard Fraley-owned Trumbull Powered Equipment, Bobcat Turf, D&G Marine, Warrior Race Cars, Foundation Health Solutions, Warrior Comanche, Trigler Powered, number 217, Eric Wilson. Dalton Wilson, 2 second place finishes this season, East Alabama Motor Speedway and Bedford. Looking for that first World of Outlaws victory. Could tonight be the night for Dalton Wilson? He'll cross the line, second quick, 16.165 for Dalton Wilson. The 217 of Wilson will go 7th quick at a 17.084. Checkered flag in the air for Wilson. Can he go to the top of the charts? He won't. He'll keep lap number 1. That time a 10th slower at a 16.266. First lap better, 16.165. And Eric Wilson will cross the line, and he'll keep lap number 1, 7th quick at a 17.084. So Eric Wilson, 7th quick, and Dalton Wilson, 2nd quick at a 16.165. It's Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, Mason Ziegler, Mike Marlar, the top 4. Up next, the number 59, that's going to be the driver hailing out of Wooster, Ohio, Larry Bellman. And the Bellman's Lawn and Landscape, Chrisman Construction, Shop, AngryDuck.com, Lucky Buck Mineral, Harris Dream Huge, United Hardwoods, Amsoil, Rocket Dramey powered number 59. And in the number 96F, that's going to be Justin Chance. Out of Lexington, Ohio, the Hess Industries, State Farm agent Jeff Shamp, Buckeye Auto Care, and True Form Race Products, Rocket Chassis Eagle powered number 96F, Justin Chance. Bellman, 9th quick at an 18.080. The 96F, a Chance, ready for his opening lap here. He'll go 10th quick at a 19.310. Bellman will cross the line for lap number 2, that time 3/10 slower at an 18.341. First lap better, 18.080 to go 9th quick. And here comes Chance. He'll go faster, 10th quick at a 19.005, taking lap number 2. So Justin Chance, 10th quick, Larry Bellman, 9th quick. No change in the top 4. It's Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, Mason Ziegler, and Mike Marlar, the top 4. 10 of 23 have qualified in Mark Barton Automotive Qualifying Group A. Up next, the number 81. That's going to be Matthew B., known as Matt Aber out of Wooster, Ohio, and the K&B Properties, Mack Oil Company, Bowman Beverage, Country Roofing, Swartz Custom Homes, Arkansas Septic, RFC, New Hope Church, KWB Logistics, Rocket Clements, number 81, and also on the Speedway, the number 19, Dustin Sorensen with his season best last night out of Rochester, Minnesota. The Oldenburg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Owens by Longhorn Dynamics, Heavy Hitch, Redline Oils, PEM Rear Ends, and VP Racing Fuels, Longhorn Pro Power, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. Lap 1 not going to be good as he's way high in 1 and 2. Opening lap 4, the 81, he'll go 11th quick, 19.522. For Matt Aber. Here comes Sorensen, 9th quick, 17.964. Checkered flag in the air for Matt Aber here. He'll go faster, 11th quick, 18.415. Dustin Sorensen was 9th, lap number 2 better, 5th quick, 16.879. So Matt Aber, 11th quick at an 18.415. Dustin Sorensen, 5th quick at a 16.879, and no change in the top 4. It's Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, Mason Ziegler, and Mike Marlar. Up next, the number 5, that is going to be John Lee out of Somerville, Pennsylvania. The 5-star improvements, S&S Pierce Hauling, Big Run Flooring, Doherty Motorsports, Bloss Logging, Integral Racing Shocks, Colonial Concrete, High Class Calls, Barrick Brothers Junk Removal, The Burrow, DMC Chassis, Henry Race Engine Power, number 5L, John Lee. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender to St. Augustine, Florida. The Mills Concrete, Bilstein, H&R Race Engines, FK Rollins, VP Racing Fuels, Bob Oswald Oil, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, Quartermaster, Wiles Drive Shaft, Swift Spring, Sweet Manufacturing, Longhorn Clements, number 14, Trey Mills. John Lee will cross 9th quick, 17.112. Trey Mills in the 14. His opening lap, 3rd quick for Trey Mills, 16.405, and he's in the wall in turn number 2. Oh, good thing lap 1 was a good one, as lap number 2 is not going to be anything for him. John Lee, 10th quick, and slower on lap number 2. He'll keep lap 1 to go 10th at a 17.112, and Trey Mills stuffs it in the wall in his 2nd lap, but lap number 1, a good one. As we take a look at the DIRTVision replay of what happened in lap number 2 there, oh man, Trey Mills into the wall. He goes 3rd quick overall at a 16.405. Up next, Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. The Best Performance Motorsports, Bulk Material Lift, First Class Septic, Coles County Speedway, Roberts B Company, Paul's Construction, Anthony's Pizza, Langenfelder Mechanical Contractor, Sannywell, Sunoco, Go Lithium, Kaiser Integra, number 1, Rocket Clements for Tyler Erb. And also on the Speedway, you'll find the number 5M, Ryan Markham. Out of Ashland, Ohio, the Ocala Restaurant Supply, Steve's Brown, a B&B Drain Service, Chewy's Tacos and Margaritas, Beer Barrel Drive-Thru, Back in the Barn Boutique, Life's a Gamble Livestock, number 5, Ryan Markham. Tyler Erb, 6th quick, 16.603. Here comes Markham, 7th quick, 16.844. Markham in the wall. 1 and 2 throwing a curveball to these drivers as Tyler Erb third quick for Turbo, 16.401. Markham was in the wall, and that'll affect his time, and yeah, it's going to be slower, but the first lap puts him 7th quick at a 16.844. Lap 2 slower, 18.998, and Tyler Erb third quick at a 16.401. It is now Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, Tyler Erb, and Trey Mills, the top 4. Up next, the number 19, that's going to be Cody Scott out of Ontario, Ohio. Cody Scott in the Rod. Eddie Blutz Garage, Wilson Realty Agent Robin Jakubik, and True Form Race Products, Kryptonite Pro Power number 19. In the number 14, that is going to be Corey Conley out of Wellsburg, West Virginia. The Maca Energy Solutions, Tactoric Racing, Stack Products, Willwood Brakes, Davis Motorsports, Poske's Performance Parts, Octane Race Products, Matheson Gas, Twisted Tool Performance, Longhorn, and Conley Power. Number 14, Corey Conley. Opening lap for Cody Scott. He will go 13th quick, 17.373. Here comes Corey Conley in the 14th, 13th quick now. He'll bump Scott down to 14th. He turns a 17.232. Can Cody Scott go faster here on lap number 2? Cody Scott will cross the line in the 19, along with Corey Conley. Corey Conley will also keep lap number 1. So Cody Scott this time will be a second lap in the 19. Cody Scott 14th quick, 17.373, and Corey Conley 13th quick at a 17.232. Nick Hoffman still atop of the charts, currently has the front row of the opening heat of the night with Tyler Erb. Heat 2 is currently Dalton Wilson and Trey Mills, but still a handful to go here. 18 of 23 have qualified. Up next, the number 24X, Jason Skelly out of West Salem, Ohio. The Afterburner Performance Platinum Designs, Got Your 6 Golf Apparel, Carter Electric, Dulce, Tree Service, RPM Performance, Jameson Drill and Pump Services, Masters Built, Dramey Powered, number 24X. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, Logan Zarin out of Hookstown, Pennsylvania. The All-American Framer, Brandon's Lawn and Landscape, Lovell Enterprise, Valvoline, Napa Auto Parts, Zarin Truck and Auto, Wedge Motorsports, VG Performance, Close Racing Supply, Point Spring and Drive Shaft, Longhorn, Durham, number 1Z, Logan Zarin. Opening lap coming up here for Jason Skelly. Skelly will cross the line and go 19th quick, 19.365. Zarin 14th quick, 17.346. Zarin is reeling in Skelly here. As Skelly enters turn number 3, Zarin right behind him, and Logan Zarin will go 14th quick, 17.346, and is getting offered another lap for being impeded there by the 14X of Skelly, 24X of Skelly. And yes, he is. So Logan Zarin will take another lap here for being impeded by Skelly. Skelly is 19th quick, 18.857. He got both laps in. Logan Zarin, his opening lap was 17.346, 14th quick overall. Logan Zarin, this is his extra lap after being impeded. Zarin will cross the line faster, 11th quick, 17.029. So Logan Zarin, 11th quick, and Skelly, 19th quick at an 18.857. Still Nick Hoffman, Dalton Wilson, Tyler Erb, Trey Mills, the top 4. 3 cars to go in Group A. Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. You'll find MD3 Rookie of the Year contender Eli Johnson. And the Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing Performance Napa Total Claim Source 7 Peak Steel Michael Johnson Productions Longhorn Eagle Power number 55E Eli Johnson. In the number 7 at Mansfield, Ohio, Nick Cox in the Specialty Tree Service and Excavating, Local Project Pro, Goodview Lawn Care, Roten Equipment Repair, Sticky, Sprouts, Ohio, RPM Performance Parts, True Form Race Products, Swartz by DHR and Cressman Power, number 7, Nick Cox. Eli Johnson ready for his first of 2 laps here. 7th quick for Johnson, 16.785. A great lap for the MD3 Rookie of the Year contender. He's been qualifying a lot better lately. Nick Cox goes 20th quick, 18.690. Eli Johnson, remember, did the Dirt Car Summer Nationals last year. He's been here before. Faster, 16.578 for Johnson. 7th quick for Eli. And here comes the 7 of Nick Cox. He'll go faster, 20th quick at an 18.619. So Nick Cox, 20th quick, and Eli Johnson, 7th quick at a 16.578. With one qualifier to go, we get ready to see Tristan Chamberlain out of Richmond, Indiana, getting his season best last night in the 20 TC. Chamberlain with his second top 10 of the season, 7th last night at Marion Center Raceway. And that Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, Vision Homes, DCE Fabrication, Pardos Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Roddins, Penske, VP Racing Fuel, Simpson, All-Star Performance, Truman Quarter Horses, BA Headers, 5-star Race Car Bodies, Longhorn Spec Power, number 20 TC, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain. Now, Chamberlain, it's been fun watching his improvements the past couple nights with the Outlaws. Of course, now third year on the tour. Chamberlain 7th quick, 16.548 for Tricky. That bumps Johnson down to 8th. Chamberlain 7th quick. That currently gives him the 4th place starting spot in the opening heat race of the night. Top 4 will transfer out of those heats. This is good for Tricky. Even faster, 5th quick for Chamberlain, 16.419 for the 20 TC as he goes 5th quick. No one's going to stop him. He set a new track record. Nick Hoffman, the Tide Touring number 9, a 16.012. We'll have the front row of the opening heat race of the night with Tyler Erb. Then you have Dalton Wilson in the 58V going 3rd quick overall. You'll have the front row with the number 14, Trey Mills, in heat race number 2. We get ready for Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group B, and leading them out, the number 44, Dave Hess, out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. The Close Racing Supply, Hess Garage and Salvage, Plier Entry Systems, Everhart Asphalt, McKean Tavern, Amsoil, Martin Dynamics, Franklin Racing Supply, BA Headers 955 Automotive, number 44, Longhorn 955 Automotive Power, Dave Hess, and the number 1 star, that's going to be Kyle Moore in Mansfield, Ohio, the Tide Touring Racing Parts. Malkett Racing Engines, Kepling Flooring, Smitty Towing, Team Midwest Paint, 803 Company, Joyride Transport, the Shortstop, Team Skinny, EL Bond Septic Service, Longhorn by Tide Touring, Hirsch Racing Engine, number 1, Kyle Moore. Dave Hess will kick us off, 17.136. Kyle Moore, 2nd quick, 17.283 for Moore. He's in the wall in turns 1 and 2 in the 1 star. Dave Hess, winner with the Outlaws here. As he goes faster, 17.027, won here in 2013 with the Outlaws. Here comes Kyle Moore. He will not improve that time, 7/10 slower after hitting the wall. Lap number 1, he'll go 2nd quick, 17.283, and Dave Hess will kick us off early here at a 17.027 in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group B. Up next, the number 21, Wes Morrison out of Dalton, Ohio. Sponsored by Hill International. Marianne's Meats, Pronto's Pizza, Cafe Pronto, Angry Duck, Platinum Design, TNT Power Wash, Capital Clements, number 21. And also on the Speedway, the number 1, Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois. And the Rocket Durham, Valvoline, Soybert Camp Ranches, Franklin Enterprises, Petrov Towing, Fox Shocks, Ace Metal Works, Performance Grading, Gunners Honey, Styles Marine, TNT Industrial Supply, Cullen Brothers Towing, Kaiser Manufacturing, number 1, Brandon Shepard. If Shepard wins tonight, that'll be 4 in a row here at Wayne County. The Outlaws haven't been here in 7 years, but last time we were here in 2019, Shepard won. In 2018, Shepard won. 2017, you guessed it, Shepard won. He's won 3 of the 6 visits. The only repeat winner with the Outlaws here. Can he make it 4 in a row and get his 90th World of Outlaws win? Shepard to the top of the chart, 16.507. Morrison was 4th quick at an 18.564. Morrison will cross the line, not improve. He'll stay 4th quick, 18.564. Here comes Shepard in the Rocket 1. Can he go even faster? Shepard will, 16.445. For Brandon Shepard, a 16.445. Dave Hess, 2nd quick. Kyle Moore, 3rd. Wes Morrison, 4th. Shepard to the top of the charts here in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group B. Up next, he was 3/10 quicker than anybody in hot laps. We'll see if he can translate that here into qualifying. Out of Indianola, Iowa, the Kohler Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Knights Company, Sunoco, Coltman Farms, Capital Waste, Bilstein, Certified Inspection Service, Jones Racing Products, Longhorn Clements, number 20 RT, Ricky Thornton Jr. Out of Carpentersville, Illinois, the McBride Mac, Vomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Riverton Party Store, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Colin Science, Rocket Clements, number 28, Dennis Erb Jr. Time to beat 16.445. Shepard, the only car to have a 16-second lap time so far in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group B. Ricky Thornton Jr. to the top of the charts, 16.341 for the 20 RT. Dennis Erb Jr. fourth quick, 17.228. RTJ to the top of the charts. Does he go even faster here on lap number 2? Ricky Thornton Jr. will cross the line slower. 18-second lap that time. Didn't have a good 1 and 2. And Dennis Erb Jr. will also keep lap number 1. So both drivers will rely on lap 1. Dennis Erb Jr. fourth quick at a 17.228. And Ricky Thornton Jr. new quick time here in Group B at a 16.341. Up next, Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa, back in the Infinity tonight in that Cooney Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Carl Chevrolet, Allen Seamless Gutters, Murray Farms, VP Racing Fuels, Heartland, Mel Hamilton Ford Racing, Tire Demon by Tim Love, number 19R, and the number 71, that is going to be Rod Conley coming to a stop here in turn number 2. Conley having some issues here in that Conley Trucking, Conley River Terminal. Dave Poske's Performance Parts, Shane Custom Decals, Impact Race Gear, AccuForce Dynos and Testers, Rocket Dreaming, number 71R. As we take a look at the DIRTVision replay, a little high there, and Conley coming to a halt in turn number 2, and still there. Rod Conley still down here in turn number 2. Looks like gloves coming off. Getting the report from turn number 2, Rod Conley. Seatbelts coming loose. Had to take the gloves off and the helmet off a little bit just to look down and tighten them belts. Of course, safety first for all these drivers. So Rod Conley, belts coming loose there. Now getting them all tightened up and getting ready for Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying. And we get ready to resume Group B. Ryan Gustin was parked on the back straightaway. Conley able to get going once again in the 71R. Ryan Gustin back to the Infinity here tonight. And Ryan Gustin, 6th quick, 17.338. Rod Conley in the 71 will go 7th quick, 17.805. Ryan Gustin sees the checkered flag, faster, 4th quick, 17.153. 71R Rod Conley will cross the line faster, 7th quick, 17.743. So Rod Conley 7th at a 17.743. Ryan Gustin 4th quick at a 17.153. Your top 4 right now is Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, Dave Hess Jr., and Ryan Gustin. Next two qualifiers getting ready to roll onto the Speedway. You'll find the number 79 out of Worcester, Ohio, Doug Drown. In the Malkett Tavern, 89 Homes and Building Improvements, Klein & Son Repair, Joyride Transport, Eli Road Reel Company, CK Warehousing and Distribution, Rocket Chassis, Malkett Powered, number 79. Also on the Speedway, the number 74X, Ethan Dotson, in Bakersfield, California. The California Cowboy and the ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, North Augusta Customs, XL Flooring, Taco John's, Brad Benton Trucking, BK Grading and Paving, Olin Shocks by Longhorn Dynamics, Contractor Services of Aiken, Boswell Oil, Precise Seal Coating, Torco Racing Oils, American Racing Wheels, and H&A Development, Longhorn Clements, number 74X. Doug Drown in the 79. Getting ready to clock in his opening lap here in the 79. He'll cross line 5th, quick for Drown, 17.224. Ethan Dotson will cross the line and go 4th, quick, 17.128. Ethan Dotson's been on a roll as of late as well in that 74X. 6 of his last 8 top 10s. Doug Drown will not improve. He'll stay 6th, quick. Ethan Dotson 4th, quick. Does he go faster here in the 74X? Dotson will cross the line. Yes, he does. 3rd, quick for Ethan Dotson. 16.823 for Ethan Dotson. So now it's Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, Ethan Dotson, and Dave Hess, the top 4. A pair of Outlaws coming at you, and these two are in the top 3 of the World of Outlaws point standings. Out of Watertown, New York, the Dave Warren Power Sports, Corey Rubber Corporation, Excess Storage, Johnstown Hydraulics, One Rail, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trans 58, Bricks Transport, Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Longhorn Clements, number 9, Tim McCready. In the number 32, out of Oakwood, Illinois, the Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Brights Heating and Air, Collins Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Pontiac RV, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing, Lincoln Tree Service, Fort Knox Safe and Volstadinger Construction, River Bottom Dock Trading, Precision Cabinets, Longhorn Vic Hill, number 32, Bobby Pierce. McCready 3rd in the standings, Bobby Pierce your point leader by 17. This shall be good. McCready 4th, quick, 16.901. Pierce, opening lap, he'll go 6th, quick, 17.130. Has work to do here on lap number 2. He got a little high in 1 and 2 the last go around. This time a way better lap. McCready will cross line faster. 3rd, quick, 16.638 for T-Mac. Here comes the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, faster. 4th, quick at a 16.657. Both drivers taking lap number 2. Bobby Pierce, 4th, quick at a 16.657. Tim McCready, 3rd, quick at a 16.638. So right now, it's Ricky Thornton Jr., Shepard, McCready, and Pierce, the top 4. Up next, joining us from New Concord, Ohio, the Zemba and Adam Bros, Joyride Transportation, Mallett's Concrete, Wall Eyes for Wounded Heroes, 803 Company, Muskegon Valley Oral Surgery, Denny's, Bitcoin Services, Kenworth, Ty Torque Performance Parts, Longhorn Durham, number 57, Caden Black. Out there with them out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the Land of Pressure Washers, Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, T-Pec, The Real Cafe, TS Warehouse, Longhorn Vic Hill, number B1, Brent Larson. Caden Black in the 57, 20-year-old. In his 5th year of Super Late Model competition, 3 Super Late Model wins already this season. Caden Black running with the Outlaws this weekend, 6th, quick, 16.959 for Caden Black. Here comes the B1 of Brent Larson. He'll cross the line and he'll go 12th, quick, 17.319. Caden Black will cross the line and he will not improve. He'll stay 6th, quick, that time slower, 17.068. His opening lap better at a 16.959. And Brent Larson in the B1 will cross the line faster, moves up to 11th, quick, at a 17.278. So Larson 11th, quick, 17.278, and Caden Black 6th, quick, at a 16.959. Up next, the number 12, that is going to be Race Gardner out of Massillon, Ohio, and the Foundation First Great Lakes Tire Company, JKK, Mobile Welding and Fabrication, Gentry Dumpster Service, Timmy Buffett, the Nodak Bar and Grill, Up in Smoke, Kepling Flooring, Griffiths Construction, Holy Walker, Dream Huge Realty, Hunter McManus Racing, Metcalf Cinematography, Rocket Chassis, Pro Power, number 12, Race Gardner, and the number 31, Lincoln Smith, the 15-year-old first-generation driver, making his World of Outlaws debut in the pivotal Propane Legacy Transport Longhorn Chassis Cornet Racing Engine, number 31, Lincoln Smith. So Gardner and Smith ready to clock in lap number 1 here in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group B. Gardner will go 15th quick, 18.669. Smith 14th quick, 17.873. Gardner will cross the line slower. He'll stay 16th. Lincoln Smith also will keep lap number 1. So Race Gardner 16th quick at an 18.669. Lincoln Smith 14th quick at a 17.873. No change in the top 4. It's currently Ricky Thornton Jr. with a time to beat at a 16.341 over Brandon Shepard, Tim McCready, and Bobby Pierce. Our final outlaw in qualifying at Heinemann, Pennsylvania, the GR Smith Motorsports Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Superior Homes, Gambler Transport, Brick House Tavern, Lake House Wine Bar, Mesilla Valley Transportation, ShopTeam22.com, Dirt King Apparel, Bill Stein, Longhorn Vic Hill, number 22 star, Drake Troutman. The defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion at Dresden, Ohio, the Double Down Motorsports, Millwood Plumbing, Big River Steel, CNW Trucking, Phillips CPA Firm, CarSourceAuto.com, Haven Services, Bomax Southeastern, Elliott Farms, Longhorn, Cornet Clements, number 99, Devin Moran. Troutman 7th quick, 16.966 for the 22 star. 9 of his last 10 top 10s, 2 of those being second place runs. Devin Moran, 3rd quick, 16.491 for Devin. Here comes Troutman looking for a better lap number 2. He does go faster, 6th quick, 16.660. Devin Moran, can he go 2 spots faster? Moran will cross the line slower. Lap number 1 better for Moran. So Drake Troutman, 6th quick at a 16.660. Devin Moran, 3rd fastest at a 16.491. It's Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran, Tim McCready, the top 4. Last night's runner-up out of Martinsville, Indiana. The Canal Rumley Enterprise, D&E Marine, Rumley Engineering, Senior Life Insurance Company, Olins by Longhorn Dynamics, Mesilla Valley Transportation, American Racing Custom Wheels, Wheeler Meadows, Longhorn Cornet, number 6, Hudson O'Neill. In the number 50, Ryan Missler out of Bellevue, Ohio. The Weekly Electric, Jimmy Dean Chick, Shortstop, Kepley Flooring, Handy Graphics, Jackson Farm Stack Products, Kaiser Wheels, SCS Gearbox, Missler Suites, Rocket Chassis, Clements Power. Number 50, the Missile, Ryan Missler. Here comes Hudson O'Neill, the New Deal. Will go 2nd quick, 16.381 for Hudson O'Neill. Ryan Missler in the 50. We'll get ready for lap number 1. 16th quick at a 17.679. Can Huddy go to the top of the charts in the 6? Hudson faster, but stays 2nd quick at a 16.364. Final lap here for Ryan Missler in the 50. Missler faster, 17.415. He'll go 16th quick, 17.415. And now 2nd quick, Hudson O'Neill at a 16.364. Final qualifier here this evening. Joining us out of Fairmont, West Virginia, the Josh Walmsley Racing, Newlands International Sales, Bomax Equipment Company, 84 Lumber, Legendary Transport, Harris Walmsley Enterprise, Next Level Heating and Cooling, A5 Holdings, Central Supply, FIFA Transport, Longhorn Clements, number 12, Ryan Montgomery. We were supposed to see the U2 of Kristen Uhler out of Cruston, Ohio, but looks like Kristen Uhler not going to be able to make it out for qualifying in that Ray's Garage Slacker Fabrication Longhorn Garage built engine number U2. So we'll go with the number 12, Ryan Montgomery, our only qualifier, or final qualifier here tonight. Montgomery will cross the line 11th quick, 17.052. And getting the report from the pit area, Kristen Uhler unfortunately blew an engine. Her night going to come to an end. Montgomery will not improve. He'll stay 11th quick at a 17.052. Ricky Thornton Jr. will have the front row of heat race number 3 with a 1 of Brandon Shepard, Hudson O'Neill with a 99 of Devin Moran. As Ricky Thornton Jr. quickest in Group B at a 16.341 here this evening in that Kohler Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, Knights Company, Sunoco, Coltman Farms, Capital Waste, Bill Sign, Certified Inspection Service, Jones Racing Products, number 20 RT. as we take a look at the DIRTVision replay of Ricky Thornton Jr.'s blistering 16-3. 4-1, but race fans, overall quick time here tonight, and our new track record holder with a new track record here tonight is 16-0-1-2. How about it for the thrill from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman? Nick Hoffman in the Tide Toric NOS Energy Drink, C&W Trucking, Lonewolf Petroleum, Holdren Construction, Remtech Industries, Petroff Towing, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Tide Toric Performance Parts, number 9. Tonight, $500 extra to Quick Time, courtesy of Stack Racing Products. Stack Racing Products, of course, proud sponsor of Heat Race number 2 with the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision. But Nick Hoffman, man, what a heartbreak last night. As finished 13th, he had a 30 straight top 10 streak going. The last time Hoffman wasn't in the top 10 was September 13th at Sanoa. And Nick Hoffman looking to bounce back here tonight. So getting ready for the presentation here in just a few moments. As we await for Nick Hoffman to work his way to the front straightaway. And Mike, Dirt Car UMP Modified qualifier got some extra cash here tonight as well.
Kyle Moore down there with the fast qualifier tonight. Thanks to McKenzie Concrete, $500 richer. So Kyle Moore, your fast qualifier. And thanks to McKenzie Concrete for donating the $500 fast time for the UMP Modifieds here at Wayne County Speedway.
Nick Hoffman going to make his way down to the front straightaway for the presentation. Nick Hoffman last night, quick time as well. Nick Hoffman this time for his career will be his 12th quick time, now tied for 18th on the all-time quick times list. We never really get to talk about that since we have the time as we wait for Nick Hoffman. Josh Richards right now currently number 1 in quick times, 58. Brandon Shepard second with 50. Daryl Lanigan third with 47. Rick Eckert fourth with 46. Shane Clanton fifth with 45. Chris Madden sixth with 40. Bobby Pierce seventh with 31. Steve Francis, our series director and World of Outlaws champion, eighth with 25. Billy Moyer ninth with 24. In your top 10, Mike Marlar tied with Tim McCready with 22. Nick Hoffman now tied with Devin Moran, Dennis Erb Jr., Cade Dillard with 12 quick times. Nick Hoffman making his way here to the front straightaway. Have a word with Peyton Williams. Peyton, of course, you had some experience with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals. Nick Hoffman won here with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals and trying to bounce back as he finds himself second in the point standing, 17 points back of Bobby Pierce.
Yeah, Ruben, Nick Hoffman won this race, or I shouldn't say this race, but won at this racetrack a year ago, the 2025 Dirt Car Summer Nationals finale. He told me a little bit earlier today he was excited for the Outlaws to be back, given the fact that he had some recent experience around Wayne County Speedway. And courtesy of Stack Products, $500 going to Nick Hoffman. And Nick, we talked a little bit earlier today about the relationship you and Ty Twerg have and getting the Outlaws back here at Wayne County Speedway. I saw him out here earlier prepping this racetrack, and now you post a new track record. Is there anything else you could ask for in the early stages of tonight here in Orrville?
Well, we got to get this heat race win. It's going to be pretty difficult, and the top is still pretty get it on. Huddy proved that. They're going out late and laid down a pretty good ripper. So thanks to Stacked. He does a lot of stuff for us, too. That's pretty awesome for him to step up and do a qualifying award. We really appreciate anything. So he does a lot of stuff for me on my elite chassis side, and then also Ty on the Longhorn side. So, yeah, just really good so far. Car feels great. It's just got to get through this heat race and put ourselves in a decent spot later tonight.
And Nick Hoffman, Failed to finish inside the top 10 last night for the first time this season, quickly showing that he's here ready to rebound tonight at Wayne County Speedway. $500 richer, and he will lead the field to green in his heat race a little bit later on.
All right, thank you very much, Peyton. Good stuff there. That does it for Hot Laps and Qualifying here this evening. You're watching coverage from the Lonewolf 40 here from Wayne County Speedway, inching closer to opening ceremony.